Hello everyone. I am here with perhaps the last recording for Vampyr. I believe that I have covered all of the subjects necessary for you to get going with this game. There seems to be enough guides out there for you to locate anything that I was unable to or thought it was not worth it, as my time is very, very precious. I am working on a CPU cooler prototype, so unfortunately I do not get the luxury of covering everything. Okay, in a prior recording, somebody was commenting about how the autophagy heal was not instant or instant. I can't remember their reasoning. They were trying to say that I had zero logic with the things that I was saying. I decided to do a recording to talk about this. So it is true that the autophagy is instant healing at the start, and you can improve on the instant healing by coming up here. However, if you go down here, you trade the instant health gain for greater regeneration. So you will notice the tooltip says it already. You trade the instant health gain. So whatever confusing comments a person was trying to sling my way and say I had zero logic, well, guess what? The tooltip tells you right there. It's blatantly obvious that this is going to be a health over time rather than instant, which turns out to be the best heal in my opinion, because you get 500 healing out of it versus the 200. Now, whether or not this start of it stacks with this, I don't know. Based on my experience of coming down this branch, though, I would say more than likely not. They seem to run on their own thing. So there's that. I would like to also bring up the syringe subject while I'm at it. In the prior recording, I was saying that the people who are so hardcore about using Byte does not make sense to me, in large part because of how much experience you need to pull this off. Not only that, not everything can be stunned. That is why I countered the argument by talking about the syringe subject. I was saying how syringes are much more versatile because you get health out of it, stamina regeneration, or even blood out of it. Now, when you get to level 10, AP plus 10 syringes, which totals to 12 according to the tooltip. Here's something that I was not aware of in the prior recordings that could be potentially different. You will notice your stash does say refill all for bullets. So there's no way to refill the syringes unless you make them. That was until I discovered when you rest, they do come back. If you have a syringe, say 1 out of 2, right? Then when you rest, it will refill. I have noticed this is consistent throughout my resting periods, which means that if you're at 12 syringes, and let's just say you burn through 10 of them, well, you're going to get 10 back, assuming that this is not a bug, and that the resting thing does restore these. If that's the case, that is crazy. These things are strong as is. Now, I do wish that it wasn't a resting thing. It should be kind of like The Witcher 3, where you can just meditate or something just to get them back. In this case, it could have been the stash. I think the stash would have been a much better option for a Vampyr to implement rather than resting. The only time you rest is for leveling. That means that you have to kind of calculate when to use syringes and when to rest. Whereas with this, it wouldn't be calculated. You could just refill this any time. Though I guess on the other side of the coin, as much of a convenience that as it would be, it would make them way too strong. So yeah, just some things to think about. That's the most I have. Listening.